Like a teen romance on a summer night, Bitcoin continues to erupt. Guys, over the past few hours, Bitcoin has managed to break above our key Fibonacci extension level and actually go almost up to our absolute last one of this short-term move. But hold your horseshoes, there's a massive warning being printed on these charts. And guys, with altcoins continuing to get absolutely slapped and spit on, what is next for them and when can we expect this massive altcoin explosion? I think you might like the answer. Welcome back, everyone. I am your host, Bobby Blastoff, and as the old adage goes, do not count your chickens until they squirt. But guys, I'm thinking I'm about to start counting my chickens. Guys, 24 days ago on December 2nd, we asked Santa Claus if we could get a $25,000 Bitcoin by December 25th. Fast forward 24 days and we got it. $25,000 all-time high last night. I go to sleep, I dream of pennies and pixie dust in my piggy bank, I wake up and yet again another new all-time high. And over the last few hours, we've actually touched right on 26,000 US dollars. So guys, so much to be getting into with that. But there's a major concern and a major talking point that we're going to be talking about as well, which are these altcoins. And I think you might like what is coming over the next month. This is very exciting for altcoins. When are they going to finally get their absolute mega moon mission blast off? Similar to Bitcoin, okay? So much to be delving into in this episode. So if you guys absolutely love gainers, make sure to smash that like, turn on subscribes, hit those post notifications, and as well, guys, all comments enter you for hardware wallet, equivalent BTC, or access to T4, and as well, anybody with experience and interested in trying to long these markets, definitely make sure to check out our bonuses below on Bybit. This market has been absolutely insane, and so many of you have been joining lately. But guys, always remember, trading, whether you're using leverage or not, trading is risky. I would always advise to be very, very cautious and very, very conservative with any trades, period. Always be careful. This is your money we're talking about. My mind is melting and so are my trousers. Guys, so actually, let's take a look here. We're less than $100 billion away in the entire cryptocurrency market cap from breaking the all-time highs of 2017 and 2018, which is absolutely ridiculous if you think about it. If we go back to the highest that the cryptocurrency market as a whole has ever been valued, right around 3/4 of $1 trillion. Okay, we got about 75% of the way to $1 trillion. We're basically right there. We're roughly, give or take, $80 billion away from that right now. You can see on this chart, this green horizontal line is where the all-time high is, and you see this inching closer. And guys, what's one key difference this time from back then as we're approaching that? That's right, Bitcoin is substantially higher than it ever was back then, and these altcoins, some of them are still 80-90% away from their all-time highs, which was included back in this high back here. So basically, Bitcoin dominance, I mean, this is a very nice way of illustrating Bitcoin dominance absolutely exploding. I believe it's right around like 70% right now. So Bitcoin dominance is very high. But guys, I also just want to issue this statement. Bitcoin is my number one. Bitcoin is changing the world. All these institutions are getting in specifically for Bitcoin. But altcoins are still going to shine, in my opinion. Altcoins have a massive year coming in 2021, also in my opinion. Okay, it's no secret that I like altcoins. But basically, there will be a season where we get some altcoin floodage, okay, where we get some altcoin pumps. I personally believe it is after we approach, after we ascend, after we get past this level here. And specifically, there are two scenarios where altcoins do pump. It's when Bitcoin's trading sideways or Bitcoin hits a top locally and kind of retraces a little bit, where the money flows into alts. But in both scenarios, Bitcoin cannot be rallying and exploding thousands of dollars per day, most likely. Okay, again, we haven't necessarily seen something like that before, but this market fundamentally, as we've seen over the past few weeks in particular, this market is fundamentally different. This bull run, this explosion, even this early on in this bull run, is fundamentally different than what happened in 2017, 2018. It is very predicated on Bitcoin this far, and the excitement's coming. We're going to be delving into Ethereum a little bit, but let's take a look here on the Bitcoin chart first. So guys, the major talking point, we uploaded a video last night, the major talking point we said was that we're probably going to get a blast off to attempt to hit that 26,000 after we get one more revisit to the 21 hourly moving average. Now, I actually believe that we're going to pull back a little bit earlier. But what Bitcoin did was it continued to rally, on this hourly chart, inch by inch, $100 by $100 on this hourly chart, and actually get right about to 25,000 get a pullback, okay? I actually thought we'd get this pullback a little sooner, but we actually went a little bit higher before we got that pullback. But ultimately, this is exactly where we did get the pullback, the 21 hourly moving average, which again, I think the hourly charts have been absolutely extremely important lately. Bitcoin's acting so fast that we're seeing a lot of very important data being printed on these very short time frame charts like the 1 hour, because it's just absolutely erupting. It's absolutely exploding. There is absolute juices everywhere. Guys, you see after we revisit this 21 hourly moving average, a very nice wick. You see it right here. Very nice wick. And then again, confirmation, green candle after green candle, from under 25,000 to almost 26,000 US dollars. And I have no doubt that we're going to be trying to test this yet again, right around this 26,000 US dollar level. So if we go to this 4-hour chart, you can see this is the fib extension we've been talking about. In yesterday's video, we were right about here, and I said there's no way we're going to be trading right here by the time I wake up. Fast forward to now, after I've woken up, that's absolutely true. I thought we'd either get a very strong rejection and maybe come down to that level we talked about here, or we were going to absolutely blast off and go to 26,000, and that's exactly what happened. And guys, also, before we continue here, there's been one major narrative that Bitcoin has been fulfilling over the past few months. If you take the most bullish, speculative, Bitcoin scenario basically every single week for what's realistic in terms of TA for Bitcoin, so far over the past 3 months, it's basically been most bullish scenario after most bullish scenario. So basically what I'm trying to say there, when you do TA, you always want to factor in downside and upside moves. You want to look what's the downside, what's the upside. And basically for the past 3 months, it's been overwhelmingly like 95%. These breakouts have been bullish breakouts only. Okay, again, keep in mind, this probably won't last forever, but at this point, I firmly still believe that we're going to be setting new all-time high after new all-time high, possibly like weekly. And guys, a tweet from exactly a week ago, back on December 19th, I said, you're going to hear Bitcoin just set a new all-time high quite a bit from here on out. And that's exactly true. We're just going to be seeing that happening with Bitcoin. Again, if we do spend a few weeks or a month trading sideways or getting a pullback with Bitcoin, that's when I fully anticipate we're going to see some very nice altcoin rumpage as well. So pretty much even the downside scenario has a nice silver lining in it, in my opinion again. Guys, very critical. Now, there's also some things I want to take a look at. We do see some bearish divergence here on the daily chart. Again, almost irrelevant at this point. We've gotten such a strong bounce off the EMA ribbon. We spent just a few days barely going below the very first moving average of this ribbon and just absolutely bouncing right off of it like a trampoline. But guys, this is what I'm really looking at here, and this is why I'm thinking we might be able to see an altcoin move here in the short term, because Bitcoin now for the past 3 months has been within this ascending broadening wedge, as I'm sure you know. But you see where we're facing that resistance, which is exactly at 26,000. Now we might end up seeing some more time to cool down, like we've seen prior. We cool down here after we touch the top. After we touch the top here, we cool down. Same thing here. Basically, along this ascending broadening wedge, we have had periods of cooling down. And this might be one of the first ones where I think we see significant altcoin movement if we get a continued pullback here. But also a scenario that I'm really, really hoping for is that we just absolutely shatter this pattern in general, and we leave this 3-month pattern. We leave this ascending broadening wedge, and we no longer have to look for it for these levels of resistance. In fact, maybe we can end up looking at it for support instead. You know, maybe we do break to $30,000 in the very short term, and maybe over a week or two after that, we come back down and maybe test 27.5 or something like that for support. But basically continue out of this pattern. So I want to see this pattern break. This is a 3-month pattern, so extremely significant, extremely strong, extremely powerful as well. But as we said as well, holding on this 70 or at least bouncing above it is absolutely key for Bitcoin to maintain momentum. And as we said yesterday, Bitcoin has had no trouble whatsoever breaking right back above it. You see it dipped its toes down here 2 times. You see absolutely Bitcoin have no trouble just getting right back above it and shooting back. And also, I want to show you here on the weekly chart. This is absolutely insane. So on the RSI on the weekly chart, you can see the RSI is, what is this, at like 90 basically. You can see very, very up there. But if we go back to previous bull markets, not as high as it's ever been. It is very high on the weekly chart compared to the last bull run back in 2017, basically matching those levels, even matching what it was back at 20K. So we always want to be careful. Bitcoin is extremely explosive, but we do want to be realistic here. TA is only one factor at this point because fundamentally Bitcoin is stronger than it's ever been. So again, that kind of, it takes a little bit of weight off of TA. It makes TA a little less important. TA is always super important to me, but again, I think TA is a little less important than it could be. And as well, look at the MACD, absolutely Good golly gracious, this thing is absolutely just going straight to Mars, dude. Holy cannoli. So guys, if we take a look at ETH, this is something I've been actually saying in my videos, and then I always forget to talk about it towards the end of the video, so then I edit out the part at the beginning of the video where I say I'm going to talk about Ethereum, because I start every video saying I'm going to talk about Ethereum, and then I get so hyped up on Bitcoin that 15 minutes later, I'm done recording the video, and I realize, oh, I forgot to talk about Ethereum, so I just edit the part out at the beginning where I said I was going to talk about it. But anyway, I've been talking about Ethereum, I guess, to myself since I've been editing it out of the videos, but we've now bounced yet again on this level, and I think Ethereum has a nice shot to continue here to the upside. And again, altcoins, I think, will see a very similar thing, and that's exactly why I brought this up about Bitcoin maybe consolidating, so we can see some gains with these altcoins in the next few days, right? We also see, though, here with the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing, because this was the USD pairing, the Bitcoin pairing, Ethereum has actually broken out of a pretty substantial, like almost 3-month level of was support, but you see it actually falling here with Ethereum and the Bitcoin pairing. So again, Bitcoin dominance, this is another illustration of how strong the Bitcoin dominance is. And guys, you can see here, this is the total crypto market cap, just inching up there, just absolutely explosive. Hit a small roadblock right around 570. Now we're all the way at 680, okay? Over $110 billion higher than that high. We have the DXY, it's the weekend now, so we're not going to be seeing this, but very interesting here. Again, I think this is going to continue to get rejected, and again, it's going to lead to Bitcoin to continue here. I see no reason why Bitcoin isn't going to absolutely continue. SPX, I'm also watching. Again, it is the weekend, so this is closed, but we're getting very much into crunch time with this. Curious to see how this reacts. I think the biggest inverse correlation, obviously, is the DXY, but the SPX and Bitcoin have had some correlations as well in the past. And XRP, a lot of you guys keep commenting about it, and the chart does look really ugly. I don't really know what to say about XRP, because I'm not the biggest XRP fan, but I'm also not an XRP hater, so I have a little bit that I bought like years ago, and I just have never touched it. But yeah, I honestly don't know if this price action is super relevant, considering that, again, fundamentals are a little stronger right now, and fundamentally they're having SEC is has a $1.3 billion lawsuit against XRP. So again, I don't know if TA is super valid with XRP right now. Maybe it will be, but honestly, it just doesn't look amazing. Hey, who knows? Maybe by the end of 2021, XRP will be $5, right? Wouldn't surprise me, because this market is absolutely insane, but we shall see. And guys, roughly 24 hours until we get another weekly close. I mean, can you really look at anything more bullish than this? This thing has just gone up. Let's see, ever since it broke out of this ascending triangle, or symmetrical triangle, we're closing in on almost 200% gains, okay, since we broke this back in the summer of 2020. Then we had that retrace, and then the parabolicness actually started basically the beginning of October, so only been going for about 3 months now. Over the last 3 months, bad boy's up almost 150% in 3 months, almost 50% per month. So guys, make sure to smash that like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All comments do enter you for those giveaways, remember. And as well, if anybody has experience and wants to trade, specifically maybe wants to try and long these markets, make sure to check out our links below. But guys, keep in mind, trading is always risky. Only trade based on your own research. And again, I personally never trade with more than 10% maximum of my portfolio. Again, not financial advice, but going all in is just always devastating, whether it's with cryptocurrency, whether it's with sports betting, whether it's with investing in stocks. Going all in is probably the worst strategy you could ever imagine. So you don't want to ruin your life, you don't want to ruin your family, whether you're just investing, whether you are trading, again, whether you're doing anything, always be careful with your investments. You don't want to do anything you might regret.